Hello guys. So I've been doing all my videos in Arabic lately, and a lot of my friends reached out to me and they were like, "Bro, you're not considering us. Please just do a video in English." And I thought I might do a video actually in English and maybe start to do more in the future. And in order to do video, I need to consider that a video in English. I need to consider that some of the people watching this might not be Muslims. So that's why I don't want to go into like the same, maybe not the same topics that I do speak about in Arabic, just for people who are not Muslims to kind of get a benefit, an actual benefit, and kind of understand where I'm coming from when I'm speaking in these videos. So obviously, I'm going to do a video where we can all benefit. Like, I'm going to try, hopefully, and make something that we can all get something out of it. And I was thinking today is just like like the first video. Um, I was thinking about the idea of life, the concept of life being a test. And we're all aware of the idea of tests, we kind of get tested all in our daily lives, whether it's an exam, whether it's a deadline, whether it's kind of an assessment, anything. We kind of understand the idea of a test. And a lot of us, it's kind of a human being intuition, which is life is kind of a test. There is right, there is wrong, and there must be some sort of judgment that tell you after you die whether you were right or you're wrong, whether you came to be someone who did good in his life or someone who just like ruining people's life and you weren't of any benefit. And the problem is when we kind of think of life as just a test, we we ignore a couple of differences and very important differences between this huge test and the tests we're aware of, or like the test we kind of go through in our daily lives, which is in any test that we go through, there is a deadline or there is a time where a time that we know that this test has to end. But then when we think about life, this test, the test of life, we cannot predict when it's going to end. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video has seen someone, I mean, of any age, people of all ages just dying, a lot of them without any disease. Maybe it's like in their sleep. We've seen this. And this actually proves that the point of death comes no matter what. You cannot predict it. If you're an atheist, I mean, I think this is the thing that everyone can actually agree on. If you don't even have a religion, you cannot, and you're like a science freak, I don't think you can build me this AI algorithm that can predict when you're gonna die. Which is something we need to think about, subhanallah, as we say. Um, but that's the thing. If we're in a test and we don't know when this test is actually going to end, how are we not putting time? And I'm not saying how are we not like holding a book about religion now and actually kind of finishing the book in one day, but how are we not investing time if we're Muslims? How are we not investing time in getting closer to Allah? And if we're not, how are we not investing time if we're not Muslims? How are we not investing time into making sure that we are on the right path, that we actually know the purpose of life? So that's one thing. Another thing, a lot of the people of this generation is gonna actually get me when I'm speaking, and this is to Muslims as well, to everyone. We kind of have this mentality of cramping everything when the deadline kind of comes. I mean, when the date gets closer, you just do a couple of all-nighters. You stay awake you don't eat for a couple of days, and then you kind of study everything or finish all what you need to do. But this is not the case with religion. This is not the case with your relationship, with our relationship to our Creator. This is something that we're gonna build over time. We need to enhance. We need to develop. You cannot. I mean, as a person, you have to grow over time. You have to learn, and this is the same concept that we need to have, and the mentality that we need to believe in when it comes to religion. This is something that we need to build every day, even if we're building a very, very small part of it every day. And that means that wasting a day without putting any effort or investing in this religion, or even in knowing more about this religion or about the truth, this means that we're wasting time of getting better. We cannot cramp religion. We cannot cramp the truth in one day or in a couple of all-nighters. This is a test that we need to work on every day consistently. And this is why prayers came. Prayers came, we as Muslims, we pray 5 times a day because Allah wanted to teach us the idea of consistency, the idea of having something and making it a habit. And this is religion. You cannot start and start implementing everything in religion from tomorrow. What you can do is slowly learn a thing, and then making this thing a habit, and then starting to learn a new thing. And I don't think this process is something that you can cramp even if you know the deadline, which we actually agree that we don't. So this is something just to think about. I thought I'm gonna just do one video in English. I hope it's beneficial in any way. And yeah, stay safe, guys.